Alright, and here we are. So, alright. Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. For the Empire here, brought by Soothsayer this time. We're going to have Outriders, Pistoliers, and an Outrider with grenade launchers. And make that 2 Outriders, a Pistolier, and 1 with grenade launchers. He's going to have Spearmen. 2, 3, 4. Or no, sorry, just 3 Spearmen. With the Sigmar Sons as well. Going to have some Empire Knights here. 1, 2. And then he's going to have the Royal Altdorf Griffites, terror-causing Demogryph Knights with halberds. He's also going to have a Warrior Priestess accompanying these guys. He's going to have the Shield of Faith and the Soulfire, as well as Scroll of Shielding. And then over here on this flank, we're going to have a Jade Wizard accompanying the other cavalry force with Regrowth and Earthblood. Now... oh, he's also going to have the Hammer of Sigmar. And up in the air, we got Karl Franz. Karl Franz will be bringing Gal Moraz, the Riken Lunarfang, Stand Your Ground, Foe Seeker, Hold the Line, and Blood Roar. And that rounds out our Empire army. Now, for Chaos, the Warriors of Chaos to be precise. Starting with our infantry, it looks like we're going to have Chaos Marauders making up that front line. They will have a speed debuff here in the water. So 3 of them total. We're going to have, appears to be Chaos Warriors with halberds, 2 of them, 1 on either flank, and then 2 Chaos Warriors with great weapons in the center. Going to have the Word Spawn over here on that left flank, Unbreakable. They have Armor Sundering, a wonderful unit indeed, and they have some physical resistance too. Got Codex Sun Eater and a Chaos Sorcerer of Death, Forbidden Rod, Scroll of Shielding, Fate of Buna, Spirit Leech, and Aspect of the Dread Knight with Life Leeching. We have Colex Sun Eater, Star Crusher, Stand Your Ground, and Lord of the Storm with Foe Seeker. Also, last but certainly not least, we have the Skirmishing Force here, which is going to consist of, is that Marauder Horsemasters, Marauder Horsemen, Marauder Horsemasters, and Marauder Horsemen, 1 of each on either flank. And already we're going to see a little bit of choppiness, so hopefully it just is minimal throughout the battle. Things seem to be going smoothly now, and immediately going to see a lot of counter skirmishing here, and grenades getting shot at the Marauder Horsemen. Oh, thank you for pausing long enough for me to get over here for the shots. 1 model going down for the count. Chaos Warriors are going to be pushing forward. And going up into the air here, going to see the skirmishing continuing. Outriders have that direct line of fire, which really gives them a benefit against a lot of the Chaos Skirmishers. What time will tell? Karl Franz is coming out here to put some pressure down, make these guys think twice about remaining engaged in the skirmishing. And then we have over here the Pistoliers doing a nice little bit of ring around the rosy with the Marauder Horsemen. Oh man, the Pistoliers, so tough. It's the lag again, Katamita. Aristo will probably be more than 8, because if it's weekly, May, June, July, so 12 or so. 12 tournaments or so, Fandangly. Yeah. Okay, Jesus is Lord. I would like this to end, please. Damn you, lag. I hate to do it, but I think I might have to ask Orion Stream to drop out of the next battle to see if that helps with the lag. I don't like to do it. But, you know, I guess I get first dibs on the tournament final since I organize them. But yeah, I feel bad asking the Russian language streamer to stop to see if it fixes the lag, but I might have to try that next round. So far, Javelin's doing not doing the best in the counter skirmishing. I mean, also not doing the worst, you know, I'd say almost an even trade overall. Maybe Empire favored because those Marauder Horsemen have taken quite a lot of damage. And then right here, we're going to see a Spirit Leech on top of the Pistoliers. interesting decision. I would have rather seen that on top of the Outriders. The Outriders are grenade launchers, perhaps. Karl Franz is going to be diving in, trying to catch these bad boys, but looks like he's going to abandon the chase right at the last second and pull back up into the air, recognizing he was kind of being baited down next to Kolek Suneater. And so far, it looks like both players just kind of contenting themselves with trying to get the advantage with the mobility and ranged engagements. But really, neither player so far getting a decisive edge that I can see. I feel so bad, as I like Orion, it's nothing personal, but this lag is kind of taking away some of my enjoyment of this final match. Alright, let's see if that improves it at all. Okay, that actually so far looks like it did the trick. Alright, well, sorry Orion, but it already feels a lot smoother. So, unless I'm crazy and we start seeing the lag again, I'll probably just ask him to sit out the rest of it. But yeah, anyways, back to the battle now, and it looks like things are starting to run very smoothly. Woohoo! The Chaos Forces, like, it's kind of funny. Like, look at this from a strategic overview. It's like the Chaos Forces started here, Empire started here, and now the lines are like this. So a big old clockwise rotation between these two armies, and yeah, the Chaos Forces and the Empire Forces keeping the balance of power at dead even right now. It's really anybody's game. Neither player has gotten the decisive edge, and both players, the majority of their units, are still very much alive and healthy on the battlefield. Kolek Suneater coming in here for some nice hits on the Outriders with grenade launchers, and it looks like Chaos may be starting to get some good damage down on top of those key units and get them to start pulling back, routing perhaps. So, as of now, things are looking good. Alright, Spirit Leech going down on top of Emperor Karl Franz, taking some damage from that Deathcaster. And now the Empire is kind of getting boxed in. Like, the more I look at it, you know, Chaos is like continuing to address their line, and they've almost completely done a 180 on the battlefield in terms of changing deployment zones. But if the Chaos Forces can block off these avenues of escape, they can very much corral the Empire into this corner and then just start trying to crush them. Karl Franz diving in, shattering these Marauder Horsemen, retreating before he takes too much damage, but still taking some javelins to the back on the run away. And the Chaos Forces looking like they're continuing to try to box this Empire army in. And right now, Soothsayer, I don't know, he might be in trouble. Unless he's, I mean, obviously he's one of the best players in the world, so maybe he knows something I don't know here, but just seems like he's getting corralled by the Chaos Forces like so many sheep. Alright, Chaos Marauders have finally closed the gap. And there goes a Lord of the Storm on top of a big fat blob. We're going to have Empire Knights diving into the Chaos Marauders here. And, yeah, doing some serious work here. Oh no, the Jade Wizard. Kolek Suneater coming for him, but look at that. Jade Wizard not going to get hit that time. He's going to survive, and he's going to be pulling back. Demogryph Knights are there to support him. And it looks like Soothsayer is trying to make a formation here. And we'll see what happens. I mean, the Chaos Forces have successfully corralled the Empire into a very tight space. And but the Demogryph Knights, Karl Franz, all of them are still dangerous right now. The Jade Wizard, who has regrowth, he can heal Karl Franz right back up to full health. And as long as Karl Franz is alive, the battle is not over. Kolek Suneater coming in to do some mad smashing with that hammer. And now we have Empire Knights trying to chase down the skirmishers, but they are getting skirmished in return. And now look at this, Karl Franz landing on the ground. Looks like he's going to be pulling out just as quickly as he landed, though. And will he get out of there before Karl? Ooh. So there he goes, getting that upgraded regrowth on top of Karl Franz. We have the Empire Knights who are full health diving into these skirmishers. And Soothsayer may have just done a good bait. I'm not sure if it will pay off completely in the end, but you know, he did pull a lot of these forces in after Karl Franz. He popped Gal Moraz in the Reichling Runefang, and now look at him go right off towards Kolek Suneater. But Kolek is turning around to face him now. A huge hit. And we have halberds and the word spawn coming in to support. Balance of power is dead even at this point. Oh man, a Fated Buna going down on top of the Royal Altar of Griffites right after an Overcast Regrowth was thrown on Karl Franz. And that's gotta hurt, you know, like he's normally be able to counter that with a nice regrowth of his own, but not gonna happen this time. The Demogryph Knights look like they're in trouble. But then again, the Chaos Forces too, Kolek down below half health. This is crazy, guys. I really don't know who's gonna win it. The balance of power is still dead even. These Outriders back here are shooting into Kolek and doing some ungodly damage. Going to see another Lord of the Storm got cast down there on top of the Royal Altar of Griffites. But now it looks like the Empire has gotten a break. They've routed off a lot of these units. The Word Spawn still unbreakable, though, and the Chaos Warriors with Halberds should be able to keep them very, very safe here. A lot of armor piercing, a lot of mass and unbreakable units to keep the leadership together. But now, you know, we have these Outriders running low on ammunition, but every single shot they get makes a huge difference as Kolek Suneater is just taking so much damage here. Alright, looks like we're going to have an Earthblood cast down on all of these units, and the Forces of Chaos are going to continue running after them, trying to kill them, but the balance of power has switched in favor of the Empire right now, guys. He still has Chaos Warriors, the Great Weapons, full health. He still has some very healthy Halberds over here. So, still anyone's game as far as I'm concerned, but, you know, only time will tell. And right now, Soothsayer playing for his life as Crabling is really keeping the pressure up, just not letting up. Okay, another Spirit Leech now going down on top of the Royal Altar of Griffites, doing a lot of damage. And as a reference for any new players watching, I really prefer Spirit Leech on the Demogryph Knights more than Fated Buna. Just kills models, does a bit more damage because of their low model count. But now the balance of power has swung right back in favor of the Chaos Forces, and this Warrior Priest is just getting smashed by Kolek and his friends. Kolek and Friends, the hit television show for children in the wasted lands of the North Chaos. Anyways, bad joke. Anyway, we got Outriders coming in. Uh-oh. Outriders are here, and now they're going to start shooting into Kolek once again. And one of them has some decent ammunition left, actually. And these are grenade launchers are still alive. Grenade launchers. Soothsayer. Just when I think you're out of it, you come back with some units like this to try to switch the tide. And man, grenade launchers exactly what the Chaos Forces do not want to deal with right now with their huge infantry advantage. But look at that. Chaos Warriors are a great weapon. Still a full health unit right there. But this is the thing. This game is like on the knife's edge, to be completely honest. Because all it takes is either one of these players to make one key micro mistake, and then they lose the whole thing. If Karl Franz gets stuck somewhere, goodbye Empire's chances. If Kolek gets, you know, out of position and Karl Franz dives in on him with all of his buffs pop, Kolek for sure is going to die. No way he can beat Karl Franz in a one-on-one fight right now, especially with the health difference. Empire Knight's going to be cycle charging, doing as much damage as they can. Jade Wizard's still alive, and the grenade launchers still doing quite a bit of damage, but getting low on ammunition. Luckily the heavy armor from these guys will negate a good amount of the damage, but boy oh boy, I just don't know who's going to win this one. Oh, ouch. Look at that. So much damage going down on those Chaos Warriors are great weapons. These grenade launchers, what a thorn in the side. They only have one volley left, which I'm sure Chaos is thinking their lucky star is the case, but, you know, this is just too close to call, guys. Too close to call. Yeah, the Chaos Spawn, I think, is the main thing that gives me, like, that gives Chaos the edge here. Unbreakable, mass to pin Carl in place if he lands, and then, you know, you have all these warriors with halberds to help out. Over here, last volleys from these Outriders are going to be used on top of Kolek Suneater. Doing some damage, but unfortunately, you know, he's still going to have north of 1,000 HP, so 1,400 HP. And then here comes the last volley from the grenade launchers by the look of it. And then the Empire does need to get engaged because all the ammunition will be gone, and then they have to fulfill that attacking rule. Alright, Outriders are out of ammunition. Kolek is down to 1,300 HP. And the grenade launchers... Alright, looks like he's sending Spearmen in to fulfill the attacking rule. They are moving to engage. And there he goes. The word spawner separated from Kolek right now. That could be it. Kolek is getting smashed by Karl Franz. Karl Franz is routing Kolek. And this was the mistake I was talking about, guys. He allowed the word spawn to get separated from Kolek, and now Kolek is going to get chased off the map and potentially give a victory to the Empire here after one incredibly crushing play. And Kolek Suneater is dead as a doornail, ladies and gentlemen. The Demogryph Knights are diving into the word spawn, and now they're going to be trying their best to kill off these Chaos Spawn while they're still far away from the infantry. We have the Empire Spearmen over here, and the Damsel as well as the Chaos Caster. Oh no! Another huge miss! We have the Outriders of grenade launchers and the Damsel in combat with the Chaos Sorcerer of Death. And now the Chaos Sorcerer of Death is going to get killed by Karl Franz. And they're fulfilling the attacking rule because they're in combat over here. And he's just going to run away with the other units. Oh my god! That is such a slim catch. Oh my goodness gracious. Good night, Falcon. Sleep well. And holy shit. Here he is. Going to be taking care of these guys. Every single unit that was out of formation, Soothsayer is executing right now. And holy hell, what an incredible play from him. He was living on the knife's edge, as I said earlier, and he's just killing every isolated Chaos Force right now. And I will have to give him a warning. Well, no, he's moving all of his units over here to engage. And, yeah, Jesus Christ. What an incredible game. What a narrow catch to the Empire. That was absolutely devastating to Chaos. However, you know, you can't say Chaos is out of this yet. Why do I say that? He still has the word spawn and a very healthy unit of Chaos Warriors with halberds. That is like a perfect combination to deal with Karl Franz and the Demogryph Knights. And looks like both players just getting formed up for the last charge. And wow. Damn. So at this point now, I guess we're going to see what happens as both players form up. It's not like he's draw kiting or anything, so I'll allow it. They're just reforming their lines and sending the spearmen out first. The attacking rule, I don't interpret as meaning you need to rush forward with everything at all times, so I think both of these players are still okay. And now Karl Franz going in after the Chaos Warriors. Got the spearmen on top of him. The word spawn are coming over to fight him, though. He has stand your ground. The Reichland Runefang popped. And by himself against Word Spawn, he'll be okay. And I think the big problem here for Chaos is the Word Spawn are not supporting the Chaos Warriors with Halberds, which is where they would need to be in order to do any real damage here against Karl Franz, because they're not going to do the damage. They're going to hold them in place with the Halberds do the damage. But Terror kicking in on top of these Chaos Warriors, and I think army losses are going to be kicking in at any moment here. Grenade Launcher still had some ammo that I didn't know about. And oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Chaos Warriors are regrouping. Combat even. Now these Empire Knights are going to start losing combat. Demogryph Knights coming in. Will they get the Terror route? Looks like they may get the Terror route. And now the balance of power is swinging really far out of favor. And Karl Franz, you dirty, dirty boy. And he's taking some damage, but there goes a Terror route, and I think that's army losses, ladies and gentlemen. And what a game. No, yeah, his angles of attack have been perfect. Soothsayer just a masterclass is a good way to put it, man. Yeah, no, exactly. A huge shout out to Crabling. He had him on the ropes that entire battle. He was putting up so much pressure non-stop. And it was really the very tail end of the battle when Kolick barely got out of formation. He was still in his army, but he wasn't next to the Word Spawn and the Halberds. And that tiny opening, Soothsayer was able to capitalize on and take the victory. He's so damn good. So a great game to both of these players. That was truly epic. And I honestly, if you would have asked me halfway through that game if Empire could win, I would have said no. I am floored by the play there. Feels actually good to lose against him. Yeah, Soothsayer is somebody, if you ever lose against him, don't be worried. He can beat the best of the best. I mean, he beat Falcon today. 107 kills with grenade launchers, 94 kills in the Royal Outdoor fights. Karl Franz, not a ton of kills, but MVP for sure. And damn, you know, Chaos playing it really well too. Kolick got a ton of good damage in. Karl Franz was reaching his healing cap. We have the the Word Spawn, who did wonderful things that fight. And, you know, the Chaos Infantry did very good things too. I really don't have any complaints or feedback for either of them. I mean, my personal preference is I always have to have at least one Poison Warhound in my Chaos armies. I really like those Warhounds. But even that, you know, Crabling's a better player than me, I would say. And, you know, obviously same with Soothsayer. So both of these guys, excellent play. Soothsayer up 2-0, though. And it's match point for him. If he wins this, he wins the final in a 3-0 fashion. If he loses, Crabling will be coming back, trying to stay alive.